go out of body, out of logic, out of box, out of limitation, and recognize that there's so much more to me than what I could fit in my pea-sized brain and wrap my logical mind around. There are going to be so many things in the world that's happening to every single one of us, and as we get closer to the end of, we're at the end of days, to the, you know, getting that door open to Mashiach coming, there's going to be so much that we're going to not be able to wrap our pea-sized brain around. You'll be scratching your head and saying, where does this fit into the good scenario of the end? The sages told us that that's what we're going to be going through. The sages said the toughest battle we're going to have to deal with at the end of days is nothing but dealing with anti-Emuna situations. Situations that we'll have to face, we'll have to judge Hashem in favor, even though it will appear to us as though He completely abandoned us and we're doomed. That's gonna be, there's only one Metzias, there's only one reality, and that's the reality of Ayin, of nothingness. There's no two realities. There is nothing here but Ayin. En od milvado means Ayin. There's nothing else but Hashem. En od milvado means there's nothing else but you, Hashem. So there's only the reality of Ayin, of nothingness. What is that? What is this nothingness reality? What does it mean in reality? This reality of nothingness. It means that nothingness has no container. Nothingness means nothingness. There's no container. There's nothingness. There's only the presence of Hashem. There's only that, which is also something that can't be grasped. Anytime, this is the punchline. Anytime any of us finds ourselves in a situation where we can't grasp something, where we're trying to hold on, but what do we say? There's nothing for me to hold on to. You are the most closest to Hashem. It's a very strange thing to wrap your somethingness brain around. It's a very hard concept to really, it's not something you can even understand. I can't even understand what I'm saying. Because the whole point of it is the minute, and this is the punchline again, the minute I try to understand something, I'm in a somethingness. I've already put it into a limited container. If I can understand it, and that means it's in my brain, and if it's in my brain is limited, I'm not in Ayin, I'm not in nothingness, I'm not in the presence of Hashem. So that means the more I go through life, and the less I understand, the more I'm closer actually to Hashem. Right? We can't wrap our heads around what's going on in the world right now. We're closer to Hashem now than we've ever been in the whole history. In the whole history, we always had prophets. Hello? We always had prophets to explain to us. We had Choshen Mishpat, and the breastplate of judgment by the priest, the high priest in the Bet HaMikdash. We don't have anybody. What is one of the conditions for Geula? En lanu al mi lishen ela al avinu b'shamayim. We have no one else to rely on but Hashem. But wait a minute, but I don't have access to Hashem. How am I supposed to understand Hashem? That's exactly it. We fall into a zone where we are a sheep without a shepherd. We feel, we think we have nobody leading us. That's the unknown. That's the unknown. I'm going to encourage you all to listen to one of my Orit talks where I spoke about the whole idea of the sheep and the shepherd. Fascinating idea of the way the shepherd leads the sheep, and why Hashem uses that analogy in Torah. Go back on one of the past Orit talks on my SoundCloud, or join Orit Talk podcast community, and you'll hear it. And if you heard it, hear it again. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to understand why Hashem uses that analogy. Because again, the whole idea is we're not supposed to know. We're not supposed to know how this whole thing is going to end. Because being in the unknown means that I'm in the oneness of all possibilities. That means everything's available. That means nothing is determined, nothing is boxed in, because Hashem is not boxed.